I watched Deadware, a found footage movie found for free on Tubi, and Deadware is a capture screen movie. It is a movie that takes place entirely on a computer screen. It's clearly a made-up OS that's kind of made to look like Windows from, I would say, around maybe the year 2000. That's the vibe that I got from it anyway. It's clearly supposed to be during a time period when this kind of stuff wasn't common. And by this kind of stuff, I mean web chatting. Because they do what a lot of the captured footage movies do, and they focus on webcams of the characters. And these are early webcams, and it's some kind of service that is brand new that they're testing out. It's the problem is such high definition. I really wish that for one movie, someone would just go back to using the original hardware from that time period. I want to see the garbled garbage picture. I think that would actually be more scary. It would feel more realistic. But they do their best to try to digitize it and make it look like old cameras did. It's actually kind of funny because they have... I never get these characters' names, by the way. We never get their names. And if we... No, we do. Hold on. I'm thinking. We do get their names. I didn't write them down. I know they have a friend named Amy, but I can't remember the other two people's names. But anyway, they have a screen share function, so they start to use that after they catch up for a little while. And there's this web browser game that they've been told to try. And when they get into it, it's called The House of Hunger. And like I said, it's a browser-based game, and it seems to be kind of a point-and-click puzzle adventure where you go room to room. And so they start playing that. The guy figures out that it is based off of the 6 Buddhist realms of the afterlife. I guess there's 6 of them. And it's about these hunger demons. I forget exactly what they're called, but they're some kind of creepy, really scary spirit from the Buddhist mythology. And to get into the game, they signed a guest book. And that brought me on a real trip down memory lane. Do you guys remember guest books? Do any of you? Back when the web was still a little babby, there were guest books at websites, and people could kind of leave a message and leave their name there. That's commonplace now, but it used to be something you could only do on a guest book. And they were kind of fun, and I forgot they existed until I saw this movie and saw them signing in with a guest book. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I had completely forgotten about those. So this movie is based around them going through this game. Surprise, the game seems to be haunted somehow. And that's all I'm going to tell you. This is another movie I'm not going to spoil. I don't dare. I like it too much. There's a lot of flaws. Like I said, with the interface, you can see some flaws. They go for like them streaming in a web player. It reminds me of Real Player back in the day. But the bar's not moving, and it's just everything's kind of off, and they clearly had no permissions for anything. But that's not really their fault. They did their best, probably with a very limited budget. And they did a pretty darn good job. I'm going to give Deadware a 3 out of 5. I think I would watch this movie again. There's a lot of good to it. The story is a little convoluted and can be a little hard to follow at times, but it's just sitting here on this computer screen watching these two people interact with this web browser game. And I'd do that for fun without the horror aspect. But with the made-up game and the horror aspect to it all, I would say this is a definite recommend. You should give this one a shot.